For Maldives' prosperity, safety and security, very good relations with India is very, very necessary. We cannot have our prosperity without good relations with India. The government came in with an anti-Indian sentiment, but they have realized that this was not possible path forward, and so they have taken a U-turn on that.
This is an exclusive conversation with former President of the Maldives, Mr. Nasheed. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. The fact that there is so much that has changed between India and the Maldives in the recent past. There has been a to and fro in diplomacy. They walked back on India, and then now they're trying to engage India, the new government in the Maldives. What do you make of the change in guard and that they came on the basis of an India out campaign?
For Maldives' prosperity, safety and security, very good relations with India is very, very necessary. We cannot have our prosperity without good relations with India. Yes, the government came in with an anti-Indian sentiment, but they have realized that this was not possible path forward, and so they have taken a U-turn on that, which is encouraging. And I believe that relations are better now, and I hope to see them improving as we go along.
Okay. Is there an increased influence of extreme Islamist fundamentalism? I'm not saying Islamic, I'm saying Islamist fundamentalism in the country that worries you?
But there is radical views, especially radical religious views in the Maldives, and it is gaining strength. We are seeing this in all over the place, not only just in the Maldives, but in many other countries. The Maldives being a 100% Muslim country has that element. And again, we would like to see measures, policies brought forward to see that they are also curtailed.
Okay. In terms of dependency on China, again, the Mutsu administration, your government's also engaged China, but not in the way that we see Mutsu administration do it. Is that also concerning for somebody who has worked in the administration, that there is a Chinese debt trap that the Maldives could be falling into?
Well, as I mentioned, we cannot disturb India's safety and security. So therefore, we have to be very, very mindful on our other engagements with other countries, and especially China. India is a very long-standing friend. We share the same books, the same films, very often the same food. And we are very much dependent on India. So I think it is important that we have this very, very focused in our foreign policy.
Dr. Nasheed, there were reports, news, and the Mutsu administration did speak of military presence in Indian military presence in the Maldives. Apart from the medical assistance that Indian military provided in the Maldives, was there anything else that you saw, noticed as somebody who was part of government, a speaker in the parliament, and as a parliamentarian yourself? Anything in the past that you've seen, or was that all based on not real but fake news?
Well, I have never seen anything with imperial intentions from India. That has never been the way that India engages with their partners. We are a very small country, but we are always taken as an equal partner in all discussions. The military personnel who were in the Maldives, they were technical people assisting to build capacity in flying a helicopter in the Maldives. Now, this helicopter was actually transporting patients from far-flung islands to health centers. Because we are an island nation, transport is a challenge. And to have that kind of facility logistics was very beneficial for us. It was during our administration, my administration, we are requested for the helicopter to be brought to the Maldives, and it remained in the Maldives until very recently. The helicopters are still there. I suppose somehow it was viewed that this was with imperial design. I don't take it like that, and I don't think the vast majority of the people of the Maldives take it like as that.
But they also increased the numbers. They said there are about 2,000 Indian Army personnel who are now stationed in the Maldives, so on and so forth.
Yeah, well, there were all sorts of things said, but this was not true. It was fake news and false. There were a few, as I remember, not more than a dozen or so technical experts. We've had technical experts from India, from Sri Lanka, from all over the country, all over the world.
China.
From well, not especially kind of relating to these kind of logistics.
Not military, but in terms of the dam and the projects
Yes, of course.
and the infrastructure projects.
Yes, of course we have, and we've had technical experts from many countries. And I don't think that this should be alarming or this should be a reason for concern for anyone. And I don't think the people of the Maldives find that as an alarm or as a reason for concern.
How do you see India and the Maldives move forward from here on? The Mutsu government wants to engage. There is an opposition, but is that opposition strong enough? Is the Maldives still a thriving democracy?
We have consolidated our democratic gains. We had our first multi-party elections in 2008, and since then we have transferred power 4 times through free and fair elections. My view is that it is going to continue. It's going to be very difficult for any one political party or group or leader or a person to jeopardize that. People of the Maldives have found democracy attractive. They've seen their income double because of that. Government revenue has grown up, increased immensely because of democratic gains, and therefore what the government can do to the people have also increased, and I think democracy is there to stay.
How do you see the relations that Prime Minister Modi has, or the focus that Prime Minister Modi has on the Maldives, and Maldives being a part of the Indian Ocean security architecture? How do you see that really consolidate itself, solidify in many ways than one, when you do not have a very friendly administration in Malé?
Recently, with every election, our foreign policy had swung from an India first policy to something else.
India out policy.
Well, there were people who were saying that. I mean, I have to stress that this is not a Maldives sentiment. I get elected very often, and everyone knows that I am pro-Indian, and the Maldivian Democratic Party, the party who I was leader before, it's a party that very, very transparently and publicly pronounce an India first policy, and they've come into government twice. So I do not think that that is a sentiment of the people of the Maldives. But this swing of foreign policy is now coming to an end, because the government now has decided, had to have discussions with India. So now we have a situation where both sides want to engage with India. But of course, there's still a lot of conversations that we need, and I hope these conversations are taking place.
Okay, on that note, on that positive note, thank you so much for joining us here on the India Today Network. That is Dr. Mohamed Nasheed speaking exclusively to India Today Global.